Hello everybody, I'm back. It's been a little while and I know I haven't been on schedule, but we all know how those things go. Today, I want to take a couple of minutes and start. As you see, we've disassembled the whole sleigh. Um, it was a project getting the older bolts and nuts out from the delicate pieces, but we used an air cutter like you would see the mechanics use, and we were able to cut off the bolts and separate the real delicate pieces to save them. And what we found when we started working was that the front and the very back had a 22-degree angle on the tenon which goes into the side rails. And what I did was took and did these straight on, and then took and cut my angles to my board, which made it much easier to get the proper angle than trying to take and set up the machines to do it the other way around. My next challenge was to recreate the struts. They're all three sets were different lengths and they're different angles. And one of the things that I found was, instead of trying to duplicate the angle the first time by cutting them rough, leaving them a little long, once we get the assembly back in place, we'll be able to take and go back in and readjust the angles and make them perfect. It'll save you from having to make the pieces twice. What we did was, now with today's technology, we're able to do things a little bit different. These pieces here with the angles, we cut on the CNC machine instead of doing them on either a scroll saw or a bandsaw. I was able to cut all of these with the proper lengths without having to do all of the work. But they can be done on a bandsaw and duplicated just by tracing them out and leaving your lengths long, your tenons longer, so you can work with them. The last thing you want to do is cut a tenon short for a finished piece and find out that at the end you're short. We've all done it. Our metal man is still working on these. He's a commercial shop, so I've checked with him a few times, and now that winter's here, he's not as busy. We're going to get the time over there. The other thing we did was we replaced our rails. Now instead of this, the front part of the skid was in good shape, and they had originally done it in two pieces. So we took, instead of trying to bend this, we took and joined the two. And when it's finished sanded, you will not even see the difference. And laying this in on an angle on your board and cutting the radius on an angle, you will get the strength of the grain. When the boat makers do corner pieces, that's how they do them. And they find that it's got a tremendous amount of strength. So that's what we did on these. So we've made these, and we've made our cross members and our struts. The next video, we'll take and put this much of it back actually assembled. Thanks.